What's poppin', sexies? It's your boy here, back for some more Fire Emblem Heroes, and I just woke up and logged in, and we have a brand new update notification, so let's go ahead and check it out. Now, I'm not really too sure what's going to be in here, and I'm not sure if anything in here is actually different from what was in the Fate channel, but I guess we're about to find out. Okay, so a new event, Binding Worlds, is going to be added. We caught a glimpse of this in the Fate channel. To me, it looked like a Grand Conquest and Hall of Forms hybrid mode, where it's taking from Hall of Forms because we're using the Asker Trio and Ash, so we have a pre-selected team that we have to use, and we have to climb to the top of the tower. The tower is going to be 25 floors, just like in Hall of Forms, and every floor that you clear is going to give you some extra rewards. So you're going to want to make sure you climb all the way to the top. But of course, using the Asker Trio against some of these new enemies is going to be pretty rough. So what they've done is they put these special tiles in here, and whenever you stand on one of those special tiles, you're going to be able to trade in your lame-o Asker Trio to grab one of these characters from any of the summoners playing the game that have set up a character for you to borrow. So that's where it takes from Grand Conquest. You're borrowing other people's units to use. Pretty cool. Looks like a fun mode, and I'm very much excited to give it a try. I think Hall of Forms is one of the better modes that they added since release, so this one looks like it should be a good time. Alright, then we're getting updates to the summoning events. Legendary and Mythic Heroes will be added to Legendary and Mythic Remixes. Okay, we already knew about that from the Fate channel. So, just to name a couple off top of my head, I know Legendary Eliwood, Legendary Julia, and Sothis were some of those units. I can't remember all of them, but it's going to be nice to get some remixes for some of those guys. Particularly Eliwood, I think, is the one I'm looking forward to the most. Eliwood is still pretty good even today. All he has to do is just stand there menacingly, giving bonus doubler to his allies. So if they were to give him some more effects for support, like maybe if he gave the ally with the highest attack null panic or null penalties or something like that, he'd be even better as a support, and then he wouldn't be able to, or the enemies wouldn't be able to stop his allies from just being a giant stat ball. So I think he has the most to gain, but certainly all the other characters could be looking real good after a remix as well. So that's something to look forward to. Alright, then we're getting 25 5-star heroes that are going to be demoted down to the special rate 4-star pool. That's also pretty good. They're just culling out the amount of 5 stars in the game, so less chances for you to get pity broken by some old junk. And one of the 5 stars in that batch was Duo Ephraim, who I think is certainly deserving of being demoted by this point. There's not really any reason to have him be so exclusive. It's not like he scores as high as the recent Duo heroes, and his Duo skill isn't even that OP compared to some of the new ones. So I think it's about time that he got his demote and he's no longer locked into Hero Fest hell. So that's going to be nice. Alright, we're also getting remixes for Legendary Alm and Naga. We already saw this in the Fate channel as well. Alm is going to be picking up Lunar Flash 2, which comes with the Deadeye effect where it nullifies damage reduction. Pretty good because it's already a 2-hit cooldown, so it comes out faster than Deadeye would. And theoretically speaking, it could possibly do more damage than Deadeye also, because you're gaining 20% bonus damage based on speed, and anytime Alm attacks, whether he uses Lunar Flash or not, he's just treating the enemy's defense as reduced by 20%. So, very strong special. Hopefully his weapon lives up to it, and this guy ends up being nutso, but we're going to have to wait and see. And then we have Naga as well, so Divine Fang Plus is going to grant effective against dragons, attack and speed up 6, and a guaranteed follow-up, pretty much to allies within 1 space or 2 spaces of her. Seems pretty solid. The guaranteed follow-up and the effective against dragons, I think, are really going to help her out a lot. And I think she could actually end up being a sleeper option for summoner duels, depending on how good her weapon ends up being. But we're going to have to wait and see on that. Our arena's being updated with new maps. Nobody cares. Our new memento events are going to be added. This lame-o wacky mode here This time we have Kieran thinking about building a sand castle with Alphonse. Okay. I don't think Kieran got the memo that Alphonse is already taken by Bruno, right? Bruno is the one that wants to be building sand castles with Alphonse, not Kieran. So Kieran's trying to get his hands on the fonts there. All right, we have new Ephemera Codes being added. All right, we got here 5-star Pirate Geese and then 5-star Petra. Geese is not too bad. He has Flowing Lance and then he has Infantry Pulse, I think. So, solid fodder options. And then Petra has Attack and Speed Form 3 as well as Ground Orders, if I'm not mistaken. Sadly, Ground Orders has been power crept pretty hard. But maybe Attack and Speed Form 3 will be useful fodder once we get the level 4 version of it. Not really too sure what those level 4 form seals are going to do yet, but hopefully they end up getting some good stuff. And then for the 4-star manuals, we have Cain, we got Arthur, we have the Valentine Lissa, then we have Marcia and Cecilia. So our Tempest Trial prize this time is going to be Lissa. Pretty good. Lissa's the only free-to-play staff armored unit in the game, and she's a pretty good one too. She has really good defense and res, so it's not a bad option to build her as a far saver and just have her protect your other allies from damage. And just getting another merge for her there without having to spend any heroic grails is going to be nice. Okay, then we have the Refine batch here. Oh, interesting. I guess Brave or Choose Your Legends 4 aren't going to be getting their refines yet. When should they get their refines? Is it going to be next month? I can't remember the timeline of when the Choose Your Legends units usually get the refines, but I'm thinking maybe it'll be after we get Choose Your Legends 6, then they'll refine Choose Your Legends 4. But, man, that's going to be one hell of a ride, seeing what Brave Edelgard ends up getting. How about Raging Storm, 50% DR on the first hit? Let her move like 50 spaces at once or something. I don't know. That's typically what they do with Edelgard units. But I feel like if anyone needs a good refine, it's that Lysithea. Because the Brave Lysithea never really had a moment to shine, I think. The attention was always on the other ones, and unfortunately, besides Brave Edelgard, all the other ones aren't really in the best spot right now. So we'll have to see when they refine them. But as for this batch, we're getting Caineghis. That's... Dude, that's Pog, bro. Caineghis is my favorite of the Laguz Royals. Man... Should I say that? Is it him or is it Naysala? That's tough. Between Naysala and Caineghis, I can't decide. They're both so awesome. I might just barely give it to Caineghis. If we're talking Path of Radiance, I'd give it to Caineghis. But in Radiant Dawn, Naysala got a lot of development, so... I don't know, man. Let me know in the comments, actually, if you played the Tellius games, which of the Laguz Royals is your favorite one? And I might have to give it to Caineghis, honestly. He's just way too badass. He has my favorite spoken dialogue line in the game, by the way, when he says, "God has blessed my steps." That is so hard. It's insane, man. I love this guy. So hopefully he gets a good refine. I think if anyone deserves to be broken OP, it's him. If you guys haven't played Tellius, he's supposed to be, like, the strongest character besides Deginsia. So, well, Deginsia and then Ashura, right? So, yeah, Caineghis is not to be trifled with. I would much rather him be the busted distant counter armor unit as opposed to Fallen Edelgard or some nonsense. If Edelgard had to fight Caineghis, she would just get annihilated, man. Caineghis would eat her for lunch. So, yeah, Caineghis, I would love to see what they give him. He already has this encounter. Oh, maybe they'll give him Far Save built into his weapon. And then you could double up and run like Near Save in the C slot and just have double save Caineghis. That would be pretty awesome. But I don't know. It's hard to say what else they're going to give him. Alm and Naga, we already know what they're getting. Well, we know their remixes. We don't know what their refines are going to be yet. Then we have Keaton as well. Keaton's pretty interesting. He is one of those Vantage Brave attacking units. So, not really too sure what they're going to give to him. But just anything that gives him more damage or the ability to stop people from using damage reduction would be nice. because that's what you need to be a brave attacker right now. Like, Altina has twin blades, so if Keaton got some damage reduction cut effect, that would be really good. Alright, then we have Summer Bakejarn right there, one of the 3 legendary summer heroes. Now, as far as those go, I think Summer Freya is still my favorite. Yeah, it's rough, dude. All 3, Summer Bakejarn, Summer Freya, and then Summer Thor and Loki. They just, like, hit all the notes for me. So, I don't know which one I would say is my favorite, but I still think I'd give it to Freya at the end of the day. But Bakejarn is still way up there. So, it would be nice if she got a good refine. I think she has the desperation effect built into her weapon, so maybe they'll give her some more damage or like null follow-up or something to make her more of an offensive powerhouse. Alright, then we have Hilda as well, pre-time skip Hilda. I guess time skip Hilda isn't even in the game, so yeah, it is pre-time skip Hilda. Her weapon sucks, it's just like some drive support weapon, so she needs something better. And then we have Rutger for our Grand Hero Battle Prize. That's really awesome, because Rutger is my Myrmidon of choice when I play Binding Blade. I always paired him up with Clarine. I always gave them S-rank support, or A-rank in that game, because the Thunder Affinity from Clarine gives him so much crit chance, it's crazy. So, Rutger is one of the fan favorites. I hope they give him something good. Anytime the Grand Hero Battle refines are good, it's good for everybody, because those are the free-to-play merges we want to go for. Okay, Summoner Duels is being updated. We're going to be able to increase the favor level to 2200, as if anyone's ever gone past 1500. But there you guys go. Oh, we're also getting a brand new Captain Seal. Okay, so this one is called Dauntless. At the start of turns 2 through 5, grants special cooldown charge +1 per attack to the Captain and allies in 2 spaces of Captain for 1 turn, and inflicts guard on foes in cardinal directions of Captain through their next actions. Interesting. Okay, so it's basically like Special Fighter almost. You're inflicting guard on the foes, and then you're gaining special ramping yourself. So yeah, it's kind of like having Special Fighter on your units, basically. Now, the downside to this is that we've been seeing tempo effects on a lot of units recently, so I'm not really too sure if this is going to be one of the better seals. It's certainly not on the level of Corrosion, or the one that gives you +1 movement, or the one that gives you Pathfinder, or the one that lets you just keep on starting first at the end of every turn. There's some really bonkers Captain Seals out there, and I don't think this one is one of them. So, kind of a rip. Alright, new Captain Seal will be available for the next season in August 16th. Okay. Aether Raids is being updated. So, another structure is going to be level cap raised. That is going to be the Hex Trap. Oh boy. A level 6 Hex Trap. Okay. As if it wasn't good enough already. It just gets better and better. So yeah, the Hex Trap is certainly a good structure to update. Alright, Aether Resorts is being updated. We're getting 2 brand new songs in there. So, When the Rush Comes from Binding Blade, and then Steam Bat's Respite from 3 Houses. Off top of my head, I couldn't tell you which tracks those are. I actually don't have the names of the tracks memorized. But if I heard them, I'd be able to pick them out of a lineup, right? So, I don't know. If you guys know which ones those are, then there you go. We're also getting 2 new heroes added to the Heroic Grail shop. So we're getting Limstella, and then we're getting the Summer Elincia. Pretty good ones. Elincia has the White Cap Bow, which is basically the best inheritable bow right now. Gives you the Brave attack, and then attack and speed up 5. So yeah, that White Cap Bow is pretty nonsensical. Especially compared to Ninja Yumi, where it just beats it on, like, basically every check you could do. Also, Elincia is not a bad merge project either. Being a blue bow flyer type, that's pretty rare. Especially free-to-play, so that's going to be nice. And then Limstella has a decent perf weapon. What was it, Fimbulvator or something? I can't remember off top if it was good based on it just being good, or if it was good relative to other Tome GHB units. So, man, I really can't remember, but if Limstella was good, then it's certainly a nice merge project to go for there. And then also another change, an issue causing some weapon to display incorrectly with Ishtar Thunder Goddess when she's in her resplendent attire will be fixed. Prior to the fix, when Ishtar is displayed in her resplendent alt and has any weapon other than a tome equipped, you can equip her with a non-tome weapon? Is that a thing you can do? The weapon will be displayed as a pink tome. After the fix is complete, each weapon will display the correct graphic. That's really weird, dude. How do you equip Ishtar with a non-tome weapon? That's kind of sus. How did they even find out about that? That's really weird. That's like the time when they fixed the Hatari Azura art. And it was like the same exact picture. No one could tell the difference. So, yeah, I don't know. That seems interesting, but there you guys go. Let me know in the comments which of these refines are you looking forward to the most. Definitely for me, it's got to be Caineghis and Bakejarn. So, hopefully they end up getting the goods. But that's all for now. So, this is your boy Tacho signing out. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I'll catch y'all again on the flip side.